And still he comes forward. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You would not believe that.
注意看，武僧义龙的脑袋就像是安装了金刚盾一般坚硬无比，硬扛新西兰世界冠军数十拳且毫发无损。外国观众直呼义龙的金钟罩铁布衫真厉害。这场比赛可是武僧义龙职业生涯的高光时刻，在美国擂台将少林功夫演绎的淋漓尽致，让更多外国人见识到了真正的中国功夫。能让武僧义龙当众实施铁头功的比赛场次很少，这也是绝无仅有且最成功的一次。所迎战的对手不是别人，正是来自新西兰的泰拳世界冠军布莱德。他常年活跃于各个国际顶尖踢拳赛事，得知对手是武僧义龙的时候，当众扬言不惜将手掌震碎也要把武僧义龙的脑袋打烂。看来这家伙完全就没把义龙和他的金钟罩铁布衫放在眼里。话就不多说了，来让我们欣赏一下武僧义龙的精彩表现。这可是武僧义龙职业生涯最值得纪念的比赛，全程都在和对手展开对轰，宁愿脑袋被打烂也不愿让中国功夫遭到外国人的唾弃。
And time signaled. And the Edapong, the man in charge. Both guys face up in the orthodox dance.
比赛才刚开始就给布莱德来了一个下马威，并从其身上跨了过去，这简直就是在为中国功夫长脸。
Out in there, Liddell, looking to his feet. Giving away a little bit of height. And the thing about Yilong is that he has a slight height advantage, but the way that the upright starts that he had makes it look as if he's even taller. Carries himself very well. Even when you see him walking, you can see that there's something a little bit different, a little bit special. So the long legs.
不管布莱恩实施的进攻是腿法进攻还是拳法进攻，武僧义龙的脑袋和身躯都能保持稳定的发挥。看上去武僧义龙是一位弱不禁风的少林和尚，真要是打起架来，武僧义龙的金钟罩铁布衫是真给他使劲。在面临布莱德狂风暴雨般进攻的同时，义龙的少林金刚腿也在频繁使出。短时间内虽然起不到任何效果，时间一长，布莱德的大腿必然会受到不同程度的损伤。
New to the North Island, of course, and many think very unlucky not to have got to the final of the opening. I'll take the knock, making a chance, I think, by having the hands now, Yilong. And then, he likes to play to the crowd, obviously. We've seen what Riddell can do with a clean punch. So, my advice to our blessed friend there is don't take any chances.
武僧义龙的肩膀上应该纹2个纹身，这样看起来特别帅特别酷，看上去就知道武僧义龙一定不好惹。坏了，真让武僧义龙装起来了，双手一摊表示布莱德的进攻没有任何攻击力，完全不需要防守就可以硬扛布莱德的进攻。然而布莱德在赛前已经发了毒誓，宁愿手掌被义龙的金钟罩铁布衫震碎，也要卯足了劲往死里打。
There's a nice right hand from Riddell. He doesn't slow Yilong down too much. And the money of that switching style of his. Definitely the crowd favourite when he come in. All the Chinese follow. Well, good work from Riddell. No nonsense. Hasn't been caught up in the hype of anything. And says, this is how we do it in Kiwi land. Nice little uppercut over the top there. And Yilong might have to get a little bit more serious than what he's been. As Liddell goes on attack. And a good way to end.
第2回合开始了，别看武僧义龙的脑袋光秃秃的看上去很圆滑，实际上他的脑袋非常的抗造，硬扛布莱德多次重击依然没有什么事情，并且还能顶住多重压力对布莱德发起猛烈反击。在布莱德的眼中，武僧义龙就是一个大铁块，还是一个会攻击人的大铁块。武僧义龙在保证自己不被打晕的前提下，他会一直对布莱德发起主动攻击，不是用脑袋硬扛布莱德的进攻，就是用少林金刚腿猛踢布莱德的大腿。
Brendan Darty and slipped that nicely with Yilong. Oh, nice straight left hand from, and that was even better. The follow up with the right hand, and he catches another one. But really good work on the leg of Gravel. And that could be, especially after Brad Riddell fighting in an 8-man just 2 weeks ago, could have some punishment. But in the hand department,
布莱德也不甘落后，也在1比1模仿武僧义龙频繁实施金刚腿。然而义龙的脑袋不仅圆滑，还很聪明。为了证明少林金刚腿只有他自己会，果断呆愣在原地一动不动，让布莱德打。尽管布莱德连吃奶的劲都使了出来，那也无法快速让武僧义龙倒下。看来武僧义龙是玩高兴了，开始实施一些怪异的动作来调戏布莱德。
shots. He's so well conditioned with friend the monk. But I tell you what, you know, he's oh well. He says, yeah, remember the Hunt Cepho fight? Had the best shot. Not too many people can do that to Riddell. He didn't give the free shots then, but Riddell took them anyway, ending with a good left hand. Well, I think they've left it.
此时的武僧义龙已经玩高兴玩嗨了，看到布莱德的进攻没有任何杀伤力，武僧义龙当机立断放弃了原有的防守。面对布莱德所发起的进攻，义龙连防守都不防守，全部用他那钢铁一般的金钟罩铁布衫硬扛。不过这可是在美国的擂台，难道武僧义龙真不怕他被裁判黑掉吗？
Yeah, good sportsmanship from Riddell. Good footwork also by Vander Adepong. Both corners quite slippery now with full water that's been spilled overnight. Good work. He's off balance. He pops another one too, and Riddell isn't finished yet. And did he have something by Vander Adepong? And it's the headshots that they want from the City Liga corner. And both fighters know how close this is and that this fight hangs in the balance. Who wins this round?
第3回合开始了，经过长时间的抗打，武僧义龙的脑袋依然很坚硬，硬扛110次进攻应该不成问题。就是因为武僧义龙太信任自己的脑袋，所以丢失了大量的点数优势，导致他最后输了比赛。防守坚固并不是武僧义龙狂妄的资本，赢下比赛才能让所有人信服中国功夫的伟大。然而布莱德虽然击溃不了武僧义龙的防守，但他一直在对义龙发起更多有效进攻，时间长了，义龙的点数优势自然就落后了。
Good work. Nice kick to the outside of the thigh and a good looping right hand from Riddell. And he goes on attack and things start to look up for the Kiwi. A nice little knee there. Riddell returns the favour with plenty more on it. And the crowd are just roaring themselves hoarse here. Riddell would have loved to let one go to the head there.
武僧义龙太狠了，脑袋就像是大铁块一样坚硬无比，无论布莱德实施什么样的进攻，都无法将武僧义龙打昏迷送入梦乡。这个是真的没有办法。布莱德已经使出了浑身解数，但依然无法破解义龙的铁头功。
Great job of disguising the pain. Those kicks, the low kicks from Yi Long have been absolutely fantastic. But Riddell just showing his toughness here, his versatility. Another beautiful right hand. Can he follow it up? He doesn't, but the uppercut. Now can he follow that up? And still, Yi Long goes forward, spinning back first, a little bit close. For that to work properly. No.
即将进入武僧义龙的高光时刻，此时的义龙直接摆烂了，不知道他是真的摆烂了，还是在趁此机会弘扬中国功夫。
And he has plenty of them. And still he comes forward. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You would not believe that when somebody told you that a man could take the best shots from Brad Riddell and still be standing. I don't know what it did on the scorecard. That was another fantastic right hand from Riddell that would have put most men away, probably would have put a couple of horses.
武僧义龙的点数优势落后的太多了，就算让外国观众们看到了中国功夫的厉害，那也无法顺利取得比赛胜利。这并不能怪武僧义龙，只能说义龙的太坚硬，想在擂台上装一下， 这个是可以被理解的。
How you can convince yourself that Riddell, he's doing the fantastic.
最终武僧义龙输了，从他的表情可以看出，义龙很不相信这是事实，但这就是事实。这是正常进入职业生涯的比赛赛事，并不是谁扛揍谁就取胜的赛事。不管是从什么角度出发，武僧义龙都很难取得胜利。不过义龙还是让更多外国人看到了中国功夫的伟大。如果满分是100分的话，你会给武僧义龙打几分？视频到这就结束了，咱们下期不见不散。